Hey everybody, I got all this stuff a week ago since it's Saturday today, and it's a pretty special update since I'm talking about a major thing I got that I'm going to be using for a while, and talking about one of my favorite anime movies of all time. So I'm going to start with the movie DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon. I got the Blu-ray and DVD pack. Normal DVD and on Blu-ray. Looks pretty good on Blu-ray, but trust me, this is a very good movie. It's DreamWorks' second best movie from The Prince of Egypt. You have to see this movie. Trust me, it's fantastic. Basically, the plot is that there's this town which is inhabited by Vikings. The Vikings town. The people are Vikings, so so mostly they use violence as a resort, and they're always against their worst enemies, the pests as they call them, called dragons. Dragons have always been their enemies, and there's never really been any peace between between the Vikings and the dragons. They've always fought. Well, the main character is called Hiccup. Yes, that's actually his name. And one day, when the dragons attack the village of the Vikings, he actually is able to shoot and bring down a Night Fury, one of the dragons no Viking has ever caught, killed, or lived to tell the tale. And then when Hiccup finally finds the dragon, he finds this as an opportunity in order for him to become a Viking, because all he's ever wanted to be was to be a Viking that could go around killing dragons. But believe it or not, for the first 300 years, Hiccup becomes the first Viking that could never really kill a dragon. Why? Well, the way he figured it, he looked into the dragon's eyes and realized that dragons aren't all that bad, unlike what some of the Vikings tell him. They don't always go for the kill, you don't always have to kill them, and believe it or not, he actually does train the dragon. He names it Toothless because of the fact that, Toothless can pull his teeth in and out of his gums, but he knows he can't tell this to the rest of the Vikings, because if he does, the Vikings will without a doubt kill Toothless. And he finds it actually also depressing that he won't kill a dragon because his father wants to be proud of him. His father loves him, but then again he doesn't want to have to abandon one of his best friends. And he actually is able, in an arena where Vikings are set to to kill dragons. Instead of killing the dragons, he uses all these techniques to just put the dragons down, and it's actually a very clever movie. It's similar to Avatar, where the two enemies are always fighting, but there's always this small group of people who realize the truth, and it's all good stuff, but the only difference is that it has dragons. The animation is spectacular, and I heard this was fantastic in 3D. I really hope one of these days I could actually get a 3D television set, although they're really expensive. $1,500 I've heard for a Samsung, or what's the other one? Samsung and Sony 3D television. But the 3D in here I bet, is absolutely fantastic. The animation is great. It's a very vision-heavy movie. The setting is great, and all the dragons are cool. I really like the look of Toothless. He's cute, but at the same time, he looks pretty cool. Kind of like a cross between a dragon, a bat, and Ridley from Metroid. Also, there are Natterheads, and I forget the names. I know the Natterheads, which kind of look like parrots. There's also these dragons that are similar to bees. There's nightmares, which set themselves on fire. And there's also this double-headed dragon. One head ignites and the other shoots fire. And I also like the rest of the characters. I like Astrid, who ends up to be Toothless's another one of Toothless's Hiccup's friend near the end of the movie. I like the two twins, Tough Nut and Rough Nut, who are always fighting. I also like I don't know all of them, but I also like the large blonde guy who knows everything about dragons, and he can never really keep his mouth shut. The client. So yeah, you should definitely see this movie. It's really good. In fact, I think, although it didn't win the Oscar, a lot of people actually thought that How to Train Your Dragon could actually beat Toy Story 3 in the Oscars, but there are some things about How to Train Your Dragon that I think are better than Toy Story 3, actually. You have to see it. It's a really good movie, though. It's even better if you can see it on a 3D television set and actually in 3D. It's a really good movie. Gotta check it out. And as for these, well, it's about time I improved my vision, so I got myself some Ray-Ban full-frame silver glasses. They actually look pretty good. I'm glad I got them actually. I'm glad I got them actually. See, so yeah, there they are. Let's see how it's like when the camera views them. Not really that much of a difference. So yeah, that's my update, and I'll see you all tomorrow.